Are you going through something right now and you feel like you're alone? You feel like there's nobody out here to help you. You feel like the people that are around you don't understand you. You feel like you have no one to turn to. And this video is for you. Hi, my name is Emmanuel. You can call me Boogie. And I want to use this video to open up your mind to the fact that sometimes you could be in your own way when it comes to solving your problems, right? Life gets tricky sometimes, and we go through things that we've never gone through before, or we feel like nobody around us is going through. But first of all, I want to start this video by letting you know something very important. And that thing is, there's nothing new under the sun. There's nothing that you're going through that other people around you haven't even been through or are currently going through right now. And I want to use this video to talk to you, as a friend, as a brother, as a partner, to enlighten you on how you can easily step out of your situation and solve the problems that you keep seeing in your life. So I've titled this video, Why Struggling Alone Isn't the Answer. Most times when we're going through something, we know what we want, right? So it's a struggle because we're not getting what we want. We're not getting the results we desire. We're not having the things that we want in that period. We're not having, you lost your job, you lost your apartment, you lost your car, you're confused, right? All those things are bad. Don't get me wrong. They're valid, bad things that are happening to you, right? But what I want you to understand is when you're going through a problem that is very difficult and intense, it is not time for you to focus on that problem, first of all. The worst thing you can do is focus on the problem. And the reason why I'm making this video is because a friend of mine had called me and he's currently going through problems, and he called me and he's sharing his problems with me. And I know him very well. He's somebody that is very pessimistic. He doesn't really have high hopes about his life. And I'm always trying to, he calls me for advice and he calls me for help, and I'm there for him. But I'm always trying to show him, you're calling me for advice and help, but are you listening to me, what I'm telling you to do? Right? You're not even paying attention to what I'm telling you. Do this. Do this. Do this. So he called me about his problems and he was focused so much on the problem. And I told him, look, I know you're going through a lot of things right now, but right here, you have an opportunity. And you can't focus on the problems that are happening in your life regardless. And the thing about it is, I can never know the full story, because for you to be able to seek help, you have to be vulnerable, right? If you want to get genuine help and connection from people, you have to learn to be vulnerable. But the thing is that when people are going through problems, they're so scared to voice what really happened, because you're scared people will judge you. Yes, you made a mistake. Yes, you got pregnant. Yes, you had sex and got pregnant and you didn't, things like, there are different scenarios where bad things could happen, but you're just like, you don't want to hear that, yes, I made a mistake. You don't want to throw them back in your face. I understand that totally, but let me tell you something. There's power in stories, right? And if you're going through something and you really want it to change, then you're going to have to be vulnerable. And I'm not saying go around telling people your business. I'm not saying go around and start, oh, here's what I'm going through, everybody, on social media. No. So this is what I was telling my friend. I was telling him something that my uncle had told me in a time of trouble that I was going through myself. My uncle told me, Emmanuel, in this life, no man is an island. Every man is built on community. The success of a man is based on the success of his community and the community he surrounds himself by, whether that's his nuclear family, extended family, or friends, or his network. That is what makes a man. That is what makes a man, who you know. And not just a man, a woman too. Who you know, the people around you, your family, your partner, your relationships. That's what makes you who you are. So I told my friend, listen, I want you to go to church because my friend doesn't have much family here, right? In the city that he lives, he doesn't have much family. So I told him, bro, you need to join a church. You need to join a church because, for one, a church is a great community filled with people with morals. I'm not saying everybody in a church is perfect, right? I'm not saying everybody in a church is going to be the best individuals. They're human beings just like you. People in a church, they're human beings just like you and I. Yes, they're not perfect, but a church is the best community that you can be in, especially other than your family. And some people have family that doesn't help or support them. So the closest thing to family will be God, your family under God. That'll be the closest community that you can get to. And I told my friend, you need to join a church. You need to join a church so that you can have people that you share your problems with. And a church is a good community because they're going to hear your problems and not judge you. They're going to hear your problems and support you. And I always say this to myself, like, if I was ever going through so much that I don't even have my family to turn to and I don't even have anybody to turn to, the first place I'm going to go to is a church. And in that church, I'm going to talk to the pastor. If the pastor doesn't help me, I'm going to talk to an old lady. I'm going to talk to an old man, an older person. I'm going to tell them my problems, what I'm going through, tell them I'm ready to change, tell them I'm ready to grow, tell them I'm ready to turn away from the bad things that I was doing that got me there in the first place. Because the most important part of coming out of struggle or problems is accountability. You have to take accountability that your decisions brought you to the problems in the first place, nothing else. Your choices, your actions, your behavior got you the results that you're struggling with at the moment. You have to be accountable. So that is mostly why people are scared to be vulnerable about their problems, because if you're if you're asking somebody for help, they're gonna ask you questions. Oh, I'm struggling, I need $1,000. Why? I'm not gonna tell you. I'm gonna look at you like, okay, I'm not giving you $1,000. I'm not helping you. Simple, because you're not willing to be vulnerable as to why you need it, what you're going through. So it might as well be a scam, right? It means you're not ready to change. You're not ready to take accountability. You're not ready to hone up to what you've been doing wrong and actually change. And that is why people will not want to keep supporting you. But when people can see that, wow, this guy is actually ready to change, trust me, one person will help you here, one person will help you there, and you will get back on your feet. It might not be instantly, it might not be today, it might not be in one day. It will take some time, but trust me, you will get back on your feet. The power of community is very important because people know people. So even when you're looking for a job, you're looking for work, you're looking for things to do to make money, your community, like, trust me, like, I have friends in all places, in the lows and the highs, in the top and the bottom, in the streets, in the church. I have friends in all kinds of places that if I really needed help in any direction, I can go in any direction because I've spread my wings and I've grown my community and I'm not afraid to put myself out there. I know you might be an introvert. You don't have to be like me and have all these friends and have all these resources. But what you need to do is you need accountability and a community to be accountable to, because that is what is going to help you. When you're going through things that you feel like nobody can help you, find your community. And the best community I can suggest to you, other than your family, especially if your family is great, then God bless. Go to your family. My family is awesome. I love my family. They help me all the time, every day, right? After your family, the next thing is church. If you're a Muslim, it's the mosque, right? That is where you should plant your feet. Where people of God, people with morals that will hear your story and willingly help you out. Go to a big church. Find people of God, where people of God are gathered, and find somebody that you there are people waiting to help you or to help you out, whether it's with a referral, whether it's with a resource, whether it's some information, whether it's with a job. Community is the way you get out of most of your problems that you keep struggling with. You can't be an island and be like, nobody's here to help. Separation is the worst thing, because when you're going through something, it's easy to isolate and think that I can figure it out on my own. Meanwhile, you could just talk to somebody and boom, the person has the answers, the referral, know somebody else that could help you, know somebody else that has been through the exact same thing you've been through. So why not just skip the line and get the result rather than struggle all on your own trying to figure it out? So the most important thing I want you to get from this video is that in order to stop struggling, you have to learn to be accountable to a community, to a person, to someone else. And in that accountability, you have to be vulnerable and honest if you truly want to change. If you truly want to change, but if you want to stay struggling and if you want to stay going through all the things you're going through, then by all means, don't be accountable to anybody. Don't do anything for anybody. Don't be vulnerable about your problems. Keep them to yourself and keep making decisions to hide your shame. But in all honesty, that will keep you in the same spot. Trust me. I'm saying this for the betterment of your soul. I want to see you prosper, so I'm giving you this information, and if you use it, you will definitely understand what I'm talking about.